Winter is coming, so we're here with real mechanics to break down the mechanical consequences of driving in the snow. Let's see that first clip. Okay.
Oh, a Tesla truck.
Saw this recently.
Cybertruck.
I've seen this one. Yeah.
That's just beached right there.
That,
Call Elon, he'll get you out.
That thing is it's just stuck in the middle. It's so heavy, it's just sinking. The more you spin, the more you sink.
what's the curb weight on that?
Almost 7,000 pounds.
Almost 7,000. Wow. That's a heavier vehicle. I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic vehicle. What do you want?
I gotta imagine that the weight of the thing is gotta be the problem.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's high-sided, like it's teeter-tottering in that driveway right now, and it's just stuck in the middle. You should have shoveled your driveway.
A little salt, maybe.
That's just like overconfidence.
His kids are in the back like, Dad, what's going on?
Neighbors are laughing at him.
All right, let's check out that next clip.
Oh,
this is
big old semi
not going well.
sliding.
See, why aren't they slowing down, though?
I think they're in a semi as well.
Oh my God. Oh, I thought they were definitely
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Overcorrection. Overcorrection. Ooh.
Damn. Thought he got away with it.
That started so well. Damn.
All things considered, that went pretty well.
Yeah, no, that I feel like he was a good driver. Not his first rodeo.
Honestly, I don't think he's full force on the brakes. I
Right.
think he's pumping it, because if
Yeah.
he was full force on the brakes, the payload in the back would have definitely went sideways.
Generally, braking in the snow is not an easy task. Try to not necessarily brake if possible. Utilize the traction you have, because it is going to be so easy to lose traction.
That thing's gonna take forever to stop on dry roads, let alone icy ones.
It looked like in the end he kind of overcorrected back in the other direction. He might be driving a really long truck.
If this is your semi and this is the trailer here, that weight, the inertia from the trailer itself, all that
It's
weight in there
pushing.
pushed him
Pushing,
maybe?
Yeah.
Who do you think's at fault here?
I think the guy making the turn, he should have known better. He should have seen the oncoming traffic, and he should have not, knowing that he's got a double trailer.
Yeah.
All right, well, at least they made it out alive. Let's check out the next clip. Okay, we've got a Subaru in a snowy parking lot. This is a perfect recipe for a lot of fun.
Damn. Oh!
Or a little body work.
Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen.
That sucks.
Maybe he's from California. Check his plates.
Guaranteed he's locking
Yeah,
the brakes.
yeah.
Where he should have powered out of it or
Yeah.
counter-steered. That was a nervous move. This
For
kid is
sure.
definitely new.
When you've got that layer of what looks like really icy snow, it doesn't matter how many wheels are driving, there's just very little traction. So that's gonna be tough. This vehicle would have a better chance at regaining traction than a two-wheel drive.
Maybe he's a young kid and he's got summer tires on it still. I can't tell you how many people I saw when I worked at a tire shop in Ohio driving on the wrong tire.
Him and his buddies went to the parking lot, thought this was a good idea.
He's
You
showing
gotta
off.
practice before you show off like
Yeah.
that.
He already knows the next time he slides out of control, he's just gonna grab the vape and just like, hey man, I've done this before. I'm good. Subaru guys, that's the thing.
All right, let's see the next clip.
Okay.
Oh, that is ice, man.
The fire department says the driver told them her GPS directed her to drive onto the canal.
Oh no.
But the car fell into the water, and witnesses
that
rushed
is
to help
ice.
the woman out. Police say no injuries were reported, but the
Wow.
driver was arrested for drunk driving.
That'll happen.
Wait, can we go back? Is that somebody ice skating?
Yeah! Someone's skating along.
Oh my God.
When you take a turn and you see other people playing hockey on the road you're on, you might have made a wrong turn.
She was drunk.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
good point. That is a good point.
And she could have been, look at all these idiots.
What are you guys doing? Get off the road.
That's a scary situation, falling through the ice like that, too.
One of the most sobering moments you could have. You thought you're on a road, and all of a sudden,
Do you know how to tell if ice is safe to drive on?
What ice skaters do is they use an auger to drill down into the ice and see how thick it is.
Okay.
If I were to drive on ice, and if I had to, I would definitely drive with the windows down. If you fall through, at least you have an exit.
No, I never want to be in that situation. But I do want to be in this situation, being in this video. Let's watch our next clip.
doing a little ice fishing.
What are they fishing for?
I have a feeling it's a car. Maybe a truck? Honestly, incredibly impressive that they can do that with that crane.
That is, right? It's like, how does that crane not fall in?
Yeah, was the truck like already there and they left it for months and then it froze over and they're like, dang, I forgot. Now we gotta get that truck out.
I forgot where I put my truck. This truck is totaled.
Yeah, I mean,
it has to be.
Anytime you submerge a vehicle, you're messing with a lot of stuff. All the electronics are pretty much cooked.
The problem with flood cars is obviously electrical issues afterward and trying to figure out what's savable, what has to be replaced, and what has to air out for long periods of time.
Check out this cool crane contraption they have.
I know,
assume
yeah.
especially designed for situations like this.
Sure, it must be like, you know, distributing the weight.
Honestly, very impressive recovery mission. That's my takeaway from this.
Cool crane.
Very cool crane. All right, this next clip shows what happens to your car when you drive through salted roads. Salt is responsible for $3 billion worth of damage every year in the US alone.
The reason why we use salt is that it's a cheap solution which lowers the freezing point of water by up to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, thus making roads safer to drive on. However, the catch is that salt can cause vehicle damage like we're about to see right now.
Ay, ay, ay. Reminds me of home.
Yeah, New York City, as soon as the first snowflake comes down, that's it. They
Salt
have
everywhere.
40 tons of salt in your front driveway.
Just in every possible crevice.
That thing is seasoned.
If he doesn't get rid of that, where that salt is touching the car, it's just gonna slowly rot away. And then, see all the floor pan stuff?
Yep.
That's gonna disappear after a couple of years. You're not gonna have a floor. You're gonna be driving one day in the winter, and you're gonna see snow right underneath it.
That's really what creates the Rust Belt, the salting of the roads all winter long. And you know, so what a lot of people do to combat that, I don't know if this is very common in New York, but an oil spray under the vehicle.
Yes, yes.
Where you just coat the underside in oil, basically, and it, you know, prevents the salt from getting to your chassis.
I think the best preventive measure is to try to get as much of that salt off as quickly as you can and as thoroughly as you can.
You know what? Right now, I am going to check my California mechanic privilege because I really tip my hat to the technicians out in Chicago or anywhere else where they're salting the crap out of the roads because taking anything apart is a risk for everything.
There's nothing really chemically special about salt. If you add really anything to water, it'll reduce the freezing point. In Colorado, they're using beet juice because they're local to a beet farm. So I guess it's reducing the freezing point, but the roads are bright red.
Your whole neighborhood looks like a murder scene.
Next clip.
Just cruising in the middle of the lane, why not?
Yeah.
Little dash cam. We're cutting the mustard here a little bit, buddy.
Punch it, dude. Yeah. Up. Uh-oh.
You deserve that.
Ooh, backcountry road there.
Bummer, buddy.
That was irresponsible.
Black ice is a great air freshener, terrible to drive on. So black ice is like this thin layer of ice that forms over top of the road, and you get little patches of it. The patches is what throws you off. Once you hit that patch, the car becomes unstable, you start turning sideways. Unless you're really good and you correct it, you're gonna end up in a ditch like this guy.
Some black ice happened.
Do we know that, or did he say there was black ice? Because if I was that driver, but there was black ice. You can't see it in the camera.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever heard tires screech when I don't have traction because of ice.
True.
Like you had
That's a good
traction,
point.
bro. That was all
That's a
you
good
and your
point.
bald ass tires.
In the wintertime, when we're just about freezing point, you know there's gonna be ice. Slow down.
I wish there was like music playing. We could have heard like what was going on in the cabin. I always love hearing that stuff. It makes me self-conscious about what I'm listening to, or it makes me not want to get a dash cam because it's like, what if I'm listening?
Somebody's
to
gonna
really...
judge your Nickelback selection.
I was gonna say
or
311 or something, you know?
I love 311.
I mean, me too, but like,
But we don't tell
if I'm
anybody
listening to
about it.
Beautiful Disaster and then crash, like, let's watch our next video.
Engines burn fuel through internal combustion. Combustion means that a hydrocarbon is chemically transformed into both CO2 and H2O. Most of the H2O will escape out your exhaust, but some of it condenses into liquid water before making it out.
In cold climates, this can have major mechanical implications if you leave your engine idling for too long. Let's see why.
When you forget to shut the vehicle off and have a flight to catch.
What?
Vehicle idled for days. In freezing temperatures.
What?
Poor power and excessive noise was stated.
Joss is really looking for somewhere to come out, it seems.
Wait,
Can you? I mean, like, I've heard of leaving the oven on.
Whoa. That's so much
While
ice.
it was idling?
I never thought that was possible. If you have a clogged exhaust, it's just gonna stay within that cylinder. It could actually crack a ring line because there's so much pressure in the cylinder. You have exhaust gases that are still in there while you're still combusting.
It's gonna try its best to find somewhere to come out.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can see it blown past the one of the rear gaskets there.
Not good for the cylinder.
The engine needs to warm up, which is why it's probably wise to drive gently after you started the vehicle, allowing 30 to 45 seconds of warm up so the pistons can expand to size and all the clearances get to where they need to be. We have oil pressure where they need to be. And then when we get better operating temperature, then you can drive, pedal to the metal, do whatever you want.
Don't idle your car for hours at a time. I mean, it had to be really cold for it to do that.
Yeah, it definitely had to be extremely cold. This was probably like in Wisconsin or something. Okay, well, yeah, bummer for them, but we're gonna watch the next clip.
Okay, what is happening? Oh,
Is that a door window?
Scraping
there you
off.
go. Oh.
Okay, we got battery power.
Okay, Civic. Oh, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, love to see it.
oh no. Well, that's one way to warm it up, huh?
This guy hates himself. And he hates his car.
Yeah, and he loves views, I bet.
I would like to report him to CPS for abuse of this car.
Car Protective
Car
Services.
protection services.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We just said, don't let your car idle for too long, just drive off gingerly. And this guy said, oh, really?
Rod bearings, main bearings, everything that needs lubrication. These cylinder walls, everything's not gonna be happy to be doing that kind of stuff.
You should never start your car and immediately rev it to the moon.
It looked like a Honda Civic, it's probably fine.
It's gonna have another 250,000 miles on it before someone turbos it.
Yep.
And then somehow or another it's gonna end up in a lake.
We're gonna have to get one of those cool cranes. All right, let's see the next clip.
Oh no!
This is maybe a situation I'm not most scared of, but like,
I've been in that.
How do you even,
I've
like-
done that. Not that extreme, and luckily I caught traction, but
not the Porsche.
Oh God! No! There's nothing you can do, too. What are you gonna do?
It hit the other crossover SUV. We're fine.
Listen, that is an ice-covered road. That'd be hard to walk up.
Pay attention to that really tiny trash can. Let's see.
What is that? And that other house has one too. If you know what these tiny trash cans
Please
are for,
tell
let
us.
us know down in the
We're
comments.
dying.
I gotta wonder what that guy has in the garage if the Porsche is outside in snow.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This person drove halfway up the hill, slipping and sliding, and said, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, the road was like, no, you're not.
You see the rear wheels lock up, the front wheels are locked, and now you have zero control. Honestly, at that point, you should probably let go of the brakes and kind of let the car naturally slide.
I would have just went pedal to the metal to see if I could build some heat and maybe get some friction, right? Just keep going
I
rather
see,
than
yeah.
just stepping on the brake.
Change would have helped. Change kind of break up the ice, right?
Yeah.
So-
yeah, kind of dig through. He's just got to go knock on his neighbor's door and deliver a little bad news. He's gonna be like, hey, buddy, I hit your Porsche. And he's gonna be like, no! And he's gonna be like, just kidding. It's the RAV4.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But what's most unfortunate is that we don't know what's in these trash cans.
Tiny trash cans, please tell us.
Let us know down in the comments. Next clip.
Decided to take a last-minute trip to Big Bear in the Charger. Thought all-season tires worked just fine. Got stuck for 2 hours and ended up spending $180 for tire chains. You know, the term all-season is a little misleading.
If you have all season in your car, it's not good enough for winter. It's not good enough for real snow.
This is one thing, as Californians, we can speak to, is there are plenty of signs and warnings that will say, you need tires.
There is a massive difference between the performance in snow driving of an all-season tire versus a purpose snow tire. Snow tires are phenomenal.
If you want to do a lot of snow driving, it would be wise to do some research before buying a set of tires.
He probably had a buddy with a Jeep, right? Like, no, that's not cool.
Nah, dude, I don't want to be in a soft top. All right, let's see the next clip.
So this next clip comes from a town where temperatures often plummet to negative 72 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter.
Jesus.
So let's see how they keep their cars running. Whoa! Got a car jacket. I've heard of car jackers.
That's a car.
First time I've ever seen a car jacket.
Oh, okay, they have heaters.
Ah, wow. The preheat.
Dude, no thanks.
Wow.
Little Honda Fit.
Oh my God. That is...
Doesn't sound great.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how long their cars last out there. That's pretty crazy, though. I've never seen that.
I've never seen you
The
have
full,
to...
like, insulated thing, and then you blow the heat in there
that's-
for 30 minutes just to get it started.
All the fluid, the hydraulic system in the brakes are just frozen solid. Imagine like all the electrical connections and all the rubber hoses.
Imagine working on it. Just the pain in your fingers would be
And what if
so
you break
bad.
down in the middle of the road?
You die.
You definitely would have to change your oil viscosity in a temperature like that into something thinner, because the colder it is, the more resistant it is going to be to flow.
You look at the heater, it's got icicle on the heater.
Yeah.
If your heater's got icicles, it's cold.
All right, let's watch this next clip.
No. Leave it there.
Oh,
Just
boy.
leave it.
This guy parked near a lake, I think. Haha.
There it
Nice,
is.
dude. The shell left behind.
Oh,
Whoa!
it's covered in ice, man.
That's wild.
That's a Mitsubishi.
If you're parked near enough to the water, you just get covered. If you're sitting there long enough, the mist just keeps coming and
Yep,
coming.
yep, and you get that thin layer. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, in this case, the thick
Ends
layer of
up
ice.
getting thick, yeah.
That is crazy.
All your rubber lines are gonna get super rock hard and brittle. Your tires are not gonna be as great.
Can't be good for your paint either.
When it thaws out, there's definitely gonna be moisture in the carpet or whatnot, so you might have a little moldy smell in there and some probably electrical corrosion from in the connectors.
That car is like Han Solo in the Carbonite or whatever.
Click here to see Angelina react to some of the wildest show-off fails we've ever seen. It's a great one. My name is Nolan. This has been Real Mechanic Stuff. See you next time.